Nutrimenthe's main aim is to study the role of diet in the mental performance of children. But how can mental performance be measured? Professor Miguel Perez-Garcia from the University of Granada explains how Nutrimenthe is tackling this issue and the challenges faced.
Why is neuropsychological testing necessary?
Because in previously studies, the most used measure, it was IQ. We need IQ. We need to measure IQ for several points of view, but IQ is a compound measure, it's a very global compound measure. And it's better to have some kind of measures from specific domains. And in that way, neuropsychology is the best discipline to do that, because neuropsychology has the expertise to assess memory and different kinds of memory, attention, different kinds of attentions, executive functions. We have the expertise to assess these specific domains in a separate way, and also we will get the IQ. But IQ, in our opinion, IQ is too much global. So it's very important, in order to improve previously studies, to get some kind of specific measures.
How did you devise a test that was suitable to use across Europe?
It was a huge challenge because it doesn't exist any neuropsychological battery which can be used for any language, or at least in European countries. It doesn't exist. So we need to select the test, to do we call these procedures back translations. We translate to the language of that country and do a back translation to check that the translation is correct, and then send your own version of your test to you. So we will select the test, and we send you the test. We will send you the test in your own language, doing the back translation. But this is not only but the problem is now the norms of that test, because usually neuropsychology is the way to know if somebody is impaired in one test is compared with a normative or normal control group, and we don't have that. So we will do more than, it's not only translate. We have to adapt, and we will get some kind of reference in each country. And it's quite difficult to do it because it's a lot of literature is saying that culture is very has an important influence on the neuropsychological testing. Memory in Spain and France is different. We need to use the same task but adapt it, not only translate it, adapt it to each country, which is difficult for us.
Can you explain the importance of your work to the Nutrimenthe project as a whole?
I think that the most important objective here is not only try to get a more sophisticated measure. The other important thing is to get some kind of harmonization between the work packages. As you have seen before in the presentation, the problem is that we need to compare different kind of interventions in the same neuropsychological test. So it was very hard to get one protocol that it was common to all the work packages. So get some kind of harmonization between the work packages, and in order to get a big sample, and in order to compare in the same measure different interventions, I think that is a good key for this. So I think it's very important part of the project. It's one way to get common points between different interventions.